Hello, welcome to today's class. To start, we're going to do some breathing exercises, really focused on getting some breath and energy into the body. And we can sit however you're comfortable. I'm on a couple of blocks to give myself some height. You want to think nice and tall, but allow the shoulders to be relaxed. We're going to focus on getting breath into the sides and backs of our bodies, and obviously deep into the abdominals. And put your tongue on the ridge behind your teeth so you can feel that open throat feeling as you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through slightly pursed lips. So feel free to close your eyes, allowing you just to focus on the rhythm of the breath. So as you do that, tongue on the back of your teeth, breathing in through the nose for a count of 2. And breathing out again for a count of 2. And breathe in for 2. And breathe out for 2. We're going to gradually increase. One more in for 2. And out for 2. In for 2. And out for 3. 2, 1. In for 1, 2, out for 3, 2, 1, in, 2, out, 3, 2, 1, in, 2, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 2, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 2, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, breathe out, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, and out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time in, 2. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Give your bodies a little bit of a shake. We will head down to the mat, so feel free just to grab a little head block for comfort. Find your semi-supine position. If you need to just give your head a little bit of length, feel free. Find that lovely triangle at the front of your bodies. And where we found the breath coming into the back and sides of our ribs, just allow that to continue throughout your engagement. So tummy button slightly drawing in away from your t-shirt, allowing your breath to fill the sides of your ribs and the back of your ribs. So actually let's do a couple of breaths at this point. So you can put your hands just on the lower ribs where the diaphragm is felt the most. So again, close your eyes, tongue on the back of your teeth and that little ridge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring your arms in front of your chest and hold on to either towards the elbows or nearer the wrists if you need a little bit more room. Again, shoulders wide. As you breathe in, take the arms across the body, tapping to the ground. Breathe out to draw back up to center and over to the other side. So a lovely shoulder release, allowing you to focus on your breath while you continue this movement. And gradually, as you feel you're getting a little bit more stretch across the back of your body and across the top of the arms, shuffle your hands so they're closer to the elbows to gain even more of a stretch. But you're not trying to pull your back off, you're just trying to reach the elbow to the ground. So find that position that's maybe slightly more challenging, but it's not too much pull that you're pulling yourself off the mat. And I can certainly feel as I tap down this way, hardly anything's happening. As I tap the other side, I've got a real stretch, and this is my tighter area. So just focus your breath into any tightness. And as you breathe out, allow that area to soften. Coming back to center, and then let's turn that into a clock. So tapping down, arms come up and overhead, around, back to the center, and over to the other side. So you're trying to keep your shoulders down, your ribs engaged, your tummy button drawing in to keep your abs engaged. This is all about getting some mobilization through the shoulder joint. Loosening up, warming up the upper body. One more in each direction. Now you just have to really breathe in as the arms come up overhead, breathing out to bring back to center. And then the final round on the other side. And then you can just allow your arms by your side for the moment. And just take your arms up to the ceiling. And imagine you're just unscrewing some light bulbs. So again, allowing the shoulders to be really heavy on the floor. Your abs are engaged. You're just unscrewing. And this rotation movement isn't at the wrists, it's the whole shoulder. So try and keep the elbows nice and straight and heavy, and just see how far you can rotate. And one more. And bring the arms by your side. Just lift one arm up and imagine you're a piston or whatever that thing is on train, an old train wheel, steam train. So you're doing some little shoulder circles just in the shoulder joint, keeping the arms as straight as you can to get that movement. It's like our protraction and retraction of the shoulder blade. And then the other direction. So the rest of your back is on the mat. Arms are nice and straight, and it's just the shoulder doing a little bit of circling. Seeing how much mobility you've got, how smooth that circle is. Two more. And then change sides. So nice straight arm again. Reset yourself so everything's on the floor, and then just do that little circle in the shoulder. And 3 more. And reverse the direction. So we're doing about 10 on each side, really taking the focus into the shoulder joint to try and get some nice mobilization. That's it. And 3, 2, 1. And then arms by your side. Bring your arms back up to the ceiling. Again, allow them to be heavy in the shoulder joint. We'll move on to our arm and leg slides. So engaging the abs, take one arm overhead and really stretch the other leg away. Tummy bund to spine as you breathe out to recenter yourself. Breathing in to stretch. Breathing out to center. Again, today just focus on your breath. Make sure it's in the back and sides of your body. If you want to float the leg off, feel free. Making sure those abs are engaged and the ribs are controlled. Keeping the arm as straight as you possibly can. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out through slightly pursed lips. Finding movement through the leg, through the arm, keeping the body stable. And really utilizing our breath. And one more on each side. Final time. Arms by your side. We'll do pelvic tilt, so get rid of any cushion behind your head. Give your neck another elongation. And from there, breathing out. Curling the pubic bone towards you, hovering the bottom off the mat. Breath in to hold. Breathe out. Place the back down first. Keep that pubic bone curled towards you until the last moment. And again, breathing out, peeling off, just to hover the bum. Breath in to hold before breathing out to place your body down. And again, breathing out, curling up a little bit higher. And breathing out, place yourself down. You need to readjust your neck at any point, please do. Breathing out, peeling off. Breathing in to hold, breathing out. Place your body down, final time, pubic bone goes away. Taking your arms up with you, breathing in at the top, reaching for the ceiling, breathing out, peel your body down. And arms by your side, breathing out, peeling off. Breathing in to reach, keeping that pelvic tilt. Breathing out, softening through the chest, peeling your body down piece by piece. Arms by your side. Breathing out, peeling off. Keeping the pelvis curled towards you, just take your arms overhead and come back down for 3. Keeping the pubic bone curled towards you. Final time. Reach the ceiling, soften through the chest, place your body down, piece by piece. Arms by your sides, ready to go again, peeling off. Reach for the ceiling, take your arms overhead and bring them down by your sides for 3 and 2 and 1. Peeling down piece by piece. Then feel free to grab your head block It's fine to have that back now. And we'll focus a little bit more on releasing the hips. So knees bent up still, arms just loosely by your side. Going to breathe in to allow a leg to drop out to the side. It might not go very far. You want to control it with the abs. Extend the leg away in a straight line. Still turned out. Turn it back to parallel and draw it back in. So the same side. Breathing in, breathing out. Extend the leg so it's straight away. It's not on the diagonal. Turning it back to parallel and back in. So turn your hip out, your knee will fall to the side. Extend your foot on a straight line. Turn it back to the ceiling and draw it back in. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. To come back to the start. One more breath in. Breathe out, stretch it away. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we can return or change direction. Stretch it away as you breathe in. Turn the hip out so the knees to the side. Draw that knee back in and back to the start. So extend away. Turn it out of the hip. Draw it back in. And place the foot down. Extend away. Turn it out. Draw it back in. Place it down. And final time, extend the leg away, really stretch it. Turn the leg out, draw it in, place the foot down, then change sides. Allow the shoulders to relax if there's any tension that's crept in. Knee out to the side, extend it away straight ahead. Turn the knee back to the ceiling and draw the knees back in. And then keep going out to the side, extend away, turn to the ceiling, draw it out as you breathe out. So breathe in, breathe out to extend, breathe in, breathe out to pull it back. Two more, in, out, in, and out. Final time this way, in, out, in and out, and reverse the direction. So extend the leg on the in breath, turn it out on the out breath. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Extend, rotate, draw it up. Recenter, extend, rotate, draw it in, recenter. Two more, extend, rotate, draw it in, and center. Final time, extend, rotate, draw the leg in, place the foot down. From there, tummy button to spine, bring your legs into tabletop if you're happy to, otherwise keep them on the floor, feet and knees glued together. Do our hip rolls. So breathing in, take the knees over to one side, they stay in line with each other, your shoulders stay on the ground. Breathing out, bring them back to the center. Breathing in, breathing out. So pick what level you're happy at today. Breathing out. I'll show you some modifications, or if you know what you're doing, you probably already started. So you can take your knees over to the side, extend the top leg really straight, tummy button to spine, draw it back to center, and bend the knee again. Breathing in, extend, keeping the knees glued together, and down, or extend both legs. And you can bend and bring in, or extend both legs and keep them extended, whichever one you want to do today. Just do one more version, so feet on the floor, over to one side, breathing out. You're still using your abs and using that whole breath to draw them back. Then from there, bring your legs slightly wider apart to be hip width. Arms by your side. We'll do 100, so nod the head. Curling up, keeping the pubic bone down, the pelvis flat on the floor. And we will breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. In, out, keep curling forward. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever version you're doing, hug your knees in and just have a little rock from side to side. Nod the head, curl forward. We'll do our single leg stretch. So extend, extend and change. And 8, and 8, and 7, 6, re-stretch, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and hug your knees in. Little breath, rock from side to side. Then come to sitting. If you want a little pad to sit on to give you some height, feel free, but get the bottom out of the way, find those sit bones, and we'll do our spine twist. So arms out to the side, and as you breathe in, rotate. Breathe out to center. Breathe in to rotate. Breathe out to center. Allow your shoulders to be heavy. Think spiraling every time you come back. So you're reaching your head for the ceiling. Although your eyes obviously moving where you're going, make sure you're only going as far as your ribs will take you. And back to center. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Final time in. And out. Then separate the legs. Move onto the saw. Bring the arms in. Palms facing each other. Again, sit tall. Breathe in to rotate. Breathe out. You can press with a hand behind you to give you a little bit of extra reach. Breathe in to re-sit tall. Breathe out to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful breeze. You can probably tell coming through my little doors. That's lovely. Breathing out, reach that little toe. And center. Rotate round, breathe out. And that opposite leg is glued down so both bum cheeks stay on the floor. Breathing out, reach. Find some lovely flexion through the spine. And reach. And tall. And round. And reach. And sit tall. Lovely. Give those legs a little bit of a wiggle. We will move on and just release the hips again. This time with our wide hip rolls. So you can have hands behind your head. Feet either side of the mat. Still engaging the abs. Let's drop one knee out to the side and then stretch that hip to allow the knee to aim for the other ankle. Turning your head away. Breathing out. Pull the knees back to center. Other knee drops first. Second knee towards the first ankle. And really just give it a little bit of an extra nudge to take it down and really stretch out the hips. And it's a lovely cross-body stretch as well, so everything we've been doing with the saw and spine twist, unwinding. If any tension crept into your body, hopefully this will be releasing it now. So dropping that knee, chasing the ankle with the opposite knee, just look away. And coming back up. Then lose the head block. Bring your legs back into parallel. We'll do our bridging. So as you breathe out, narrow and lift at the hips. Breath in, breathing out. Breathe out to lift. Think long and down. So narrow and squeeze the bum, really getting the bottom and hamstrings working, and down. We'll add on our arm lift, so breathing out, 3 arm lifts, 2, 1, bottom down, and again breathing out to lift and narrow, keep up there as the arms move with coordination and control. And down. This time breathing out, lift. Leave the arms where they are, just extend one leg along the floor, lift it up and bend it down. Without dropping the hip, do the other side, so extend the leg, lift it up, bend the knee and down. Extend, lift, bend, extend, lift, bend, and place yourselves down. So all of that without allowing the hips to drop. Let's try again. So breathing out, lift. Start with the other leg, extend it, bring it to the ceiling, bend the knee, place it down. Squeeze the bum to extend the other leg, lift it to the ceiling without dropping the pelvis, and place it down. Same again, extend, lift, place it down. Final time, take any tension out of those shoulders if anything's creeping in. And then karate chop with control down. Final set, we'll do our full Pilates shoulder bridge. Breathing out, lift, or just stay lifting and lower. Remember, it's not sort of a challenge or a competition, Pilates. It's all about how it feels in your body on the day that you're doing it. We're strengthening and challenging, but that's not hurting or making you feel uncomfortable or miserable that it's not working. You can do whatever your body is telling you is right for you on the day. So we're lifting and lowering the leg just to knee height and replacing. Final time, extend to the ceiling, lifting and lowering for 3. Back to the ceiling, placing your body down. And then from there, extend legs away. Let's just see if we can roll up, arms to the ceiling, nod the head, flex the feet, tummy bund, spine, curling all the way up to sitting nice and tall. We're going to focus on rolling back, so our half roll backs, feet hip width apart, think nice, tall and wide in the shoulders, arms out in front if possible, or just hold back of your thighs, and hinge, send the tailbone away from you, all the way back to a point that you can hold, and from here lift the arms for 3, 2, 1, nod the head, curling up, sitting tall, hinge, slide that tailbone away, reaching the lower back, then the middle back to the ground if you can, soften the elbows and lift for 3, 2, 1, nod the head, tummy bump to spine, get the abs to pull you back upright. And again, send the tailbone away. Obviously, if you can only come here, that's fine. If you want to hold on and just use one arm, do that in your own time. Curling forward, sitting up. Hinge, send the tailbone away. We just soften the arms and let's lift one leg, lower, lift, lower, curling forward, sitting tall. So again, you'll feel it in your back, but it shouldn't be pain. You should just feel muscles working, shoulders wide. Lift a leg, lift the other leg, nod the head, tummy bump to spine, pull you upright. One more set, hinge. Peeling back, just to the point that you can hold. Lift, lower, lift and lower, nodding the head, curling forward, sitting tall. Let's do our obliques. So we're going to hinge, curl back. Imagine you're holding a big beach ball. Just rotate the upper body round to one side, back to centre, round to the other side, back to centre, nod the head and sit tall. Hinge, breathing out, curl back as far as you can manage. Breathe in to rotate, breathe out to centre, in to rotate the other way, out to centre. Keep those hips straight, curling up, sitting tall. One more set, hinge, rolling it back, rotate, shoulders relaxed, hips and pelvis do not move as you rotate. Breathe out to centre, breath, and breathe out, coming to sit tall. Then we can move on to our sides. We'll start with the rotation, so again, a little bit of nice upper body release. So I'm using my larger pad under my shoulders and head, just for a bit of height. Legs in front of you as if you're sitting in a chair, so you want some length in the top of your body. Underneath waist, drawing away, arms nice and long. And we'll do this with nice arm circles at start. So breathe in, take the arm overhead, a little bit of rotation around, keeping the knees together. We're just going to do 3 in each direction. So this is number 2. You can see my arm doesn't really reach the floor. Last one. And reverse. Sweep across and round. So your hips are staying as stable as you can. Just getting some nice little relief through the body and through the arm. And then we'll move on to shell. So bring your knees slightly further away from your angle, heels in line with your bottom. And we'll do fairly basic ones today. So as you breathe out, open the knee just to the point before you feel your body rock back. And if you think you're rocking back but not sure, you can always lie against a wall or something that gives you that feedback and that stops you moving, so you feel that opening up and close. Actually, we could do that with a hand. Just open and rotate the shoulder. So nice flat hand, keeping the elbow close to the ribs, which means I've lost count completely the number of repetitions we're doing, but I reckon we've got 4 more. 4 and close, and 3, breathe out and close, final time and close. Then extend both arms underneath you and legs. You want to have your legs angled slightly in front of you, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, and we'll do our double leg lift. So breathing out, lift, breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift, breathing into lower, and again. And as I keep saying, try not to banana in the middle of your body, so you're keeping length in this top line, so it's reaching away even though your legs are lifting in. And again. And if you're getting any tension in your neck, as always, just turn your gaze towards the floor and imagine you've got that orange underneath your chin. And 2 more. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to lower. Final time. And lower. Then from there, just take the underneath leg forward ever so slightly, and we'll stay down for our side kick, lifting the top leg to hip height. We want 2 kicks forward, and you can extend an arm and send the leg behind you, squeezing the bum. So you're flexing the foot to kick forward and pointing the foot to take it behind you. So you should be feeling some beautiful length down the front of your thigh and squeeze in the bottom as the leg comes behind you. That's it. Feels quite nice. You think long, imagine someone's pulling your hand and your foot. 1 more. Wonderful. Then from there, cross your legs over, just soften your knees, stay on your forearm or extend the arm underneath you. And we'll do our side bend, so think hoisting up, you can come just onto your knees, arm to the ceiling, overhead, back to the ceiling today, thread it through, back to the ceiling and sitting down. And again, coming onto your knees, arm to the ceiling, arm overhead, ceiling, peel it through. So you're rotating those ribs, arms up and down. Final time, pushing up, drawing up, arm to the ceiling, arm overhead, back to the ceiling, rotate it through, back to the ceiling and down. Then you can scoot over and we'll do it all on the other side. So starting with our lovely chest opener. So have any block or cushion behind you so you've got somewhere to move to. Think you're sitting in an imaginary chair, so shins in line with the front of your mat or towel. And then we circle the arm up and around for 3. I really should look at where I'm positioning myself. And 2. And 1 this way. And then reverse the direction. So it's just a nice opener. And then moving on to the shell, so bring your knees slightly angled downwards, feet and heels in line with your bottom, lengthen the top half, that elbow in front of your ribs, and breathe out for 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then extend both legs away, underneath arm and pad if you need it, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, drawing that underneath waist away from the mat. And as you breathe out, you're lifting the legs, hovering the head, breathing in to extend down. So you're trying not to banana in the middle or roll backwards or forwards. You're just finding that balance point. If it's a little bit sore on the hip, try having a cushion underneath. Or if you need some support in your underneath waist, again you can have a cushion underneath there. And breathing out to lift and hover. Breathing in to extend. Looking at the floor if you're getting any tension in your neck. And down. And lift, breathing out. Breathe in to come down. 2 more, breathing out to hover. Breathing in to come down. Breathing out to hover. Breathing in to place yourself down. Then extend the front leg forward ever so slightly. Lift the top leg to hip height, flex the foot, and then think 2 kicks forward. Squeeze the bum, pulling the leg and pulling the arm. So you can have a little bit of body stretch on this one. Not too much so that you fall over, but just a little stretch and release. Very nice. Just think, being stretched away in opposite directions. That's it. You're still having to work hard to keep the hip, holding the leg up at hip height. It gets heavier the more you do, so you're having to use your abs. But 1 more set. Squeeze it behind. Then coming up to do our lovely side bend and side twist. So just cross top leg over underneath leg, coming onto your forearm, or if you want the advanced version, on the full hand. And then think drawing up through the underneath waist to lift you up. Arm to the ceiling, overhead, back to the ceiling, thread it through, unpeel and come down. And again, breathe it up and over, back to the ceiling, breathing out to thread it through, unpeel and down. A final time, breathing out, breathing in, breath out again to really thread it, and then coming down. So we're then going to move on to our fronts. I'm going to swap my head blocks again. So starting with the arrow to get our back extensors working, legs fully in parallel, all the thighs on the mat. Think tailbone reaching away, slight squeeze of the bum, hovering your nose off the floor, on a head block if you wish. Allow your shoulders to fall forward and then breathing in to lift them, breathe out. Keep lifting, slide them down your back to hover your arms. Breath in to turn thumbs to the ceiling. And breathing out, place yourself down. Breathing in to lift, breathe out to extend and hover. Breathing in, thumbs to ceiling. Breathing out, place yourself down. And in. Reach and hover, thumbs to the ceiling, and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, reach and hover, thumbs to the ceiling on that in-breath. Breathing out, place yourself down, allow those shoulders to really roll forward to get the difference as you breathe in to lift, breathe out to extend the back. Thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. Breathing out, lower. 1 more, breathing in to lift the shoulders, breathe out, reach them, hover your arms for your toes, thumbs to the ceiling as you breathe in. And then breathing out, place yourself down. Let's do a lovely Cobra. So arms out in front of you, separate your legs, turn them out so your knees are facing away from you. You're on your big toe joints. Still squeezing the bum and sending the tailbone away, either with straight arms or drawing them in on a bend, lifting the heart, and either stay bent arms or extend to nice straight arms, and then bend or send straight arms away from you. And again, breathing out, tummy button to spine, squeezing the bum to lift. So you feel the stretch from tummy button through the front of your chest. And then reaching away again. Breathing out. Keeping the bottom squeezed. Think forward and up. Only come up as far as you're comfortable with. If you're feeling anything in your lumbar spine down here, just keep it lower and squeeze your bottom even harder. Because you want it to be your upper body, your upper back, really extending up. And it's not just crunching your lower spine. 2 more. And extend away. Final time, breathing out. Draw those shoulders down your back, coming into that lovely extension. And then extend your arms back and bring yourself to the mat. Sit back into a shell pose or a child's pose. Walk your hands back. Really aim your bottom for your knees. We've got 1 more on our fronts. We'll do our swimming. So coming back down. Again, legs in parallel. So really just turn your legs so all of your thighs at the front are on the mat. Arms and legs extended. Tailbone away from you. If you're happy to, squeeze the bum, hover the legs. Think shoulder blades down your back to hover your upper body. And then tapping down as fast or as slow as you like. Keeping really stretched from fingers through to toes. Keeping the body stable, not rocking from side to side. And if that's too much today, just do one arm and then the other. Or even if you want to, just the legs. Use it as a time to just feel and focus on different parts of your body. So lots of different variations to work through. Just a few more seconds for whatever version you're doing. And then again, relax, take your legs wide, heels together, send your bottom way back. And then walk yourself to one side of the mat just to stretch out. Back through centre. Other side of the mat. Back to centre. And let's come onto our hands and knees to work through our dog, which again is fantastic for our backs and the backs of our bodies and our upper body strength as well. So find your nice position, creases of the elbows pointing inwards towards each other. Think about your forefingers facing the front. And from there, shoulders wide away from your ears. Your back is nice and straight, hopefully. Gaze is just in front of your fingers. And when you're ready, you can just slide an arm away in return. Just to see how you're feeling. Then a leg. So you're trying not to rock at that changeover point. And if you're happy, obviously opposite arm and leg, you can either keep them on the floor and then raise them, or just keep them on the floor, or go straight into that long raise. So shoulders are drawing down, you're thinking squeezing an orange under your armpit, as well as just holding that orange under your chin to keep your head in nice alignment. And your wrists should be under your shoulders. There we go. Even this is challenging me today. I shouldn't say even this. This is challenging me today. And sometimes it's just a case of slowing things down to give yourself a little bit of an extra challenge. Depends on what you've been doing and how tired your body is. One more. Then let's extend an arm and leg, take it out to the side, back to centre, and place it down. So obviously just stick with what you're comfortable with today. But if you want a little bit of an extra balance challenge, this is just something you can play around with and throw into the mix. One more. Final time. Then just sit back. Give the wrists a little bit of a wiggle. We're just going to finish off on our fronts with a little bit of front pull. So coming back onto our hands and knees. Find our nice strong position. And then step back with one foot. Step back with the other. And you can either stay here and then put your knees down, or if you want to come onto forearms, just to hold a plank, feel free. Those of you who are happy and carrying on, we will do our front pull. So find that nice position, bum roughly in line with your shoulders. Keep it there as you pivot forward and back for 3, 2, 1. Lift a leg, point the foot and then flex for 3, 2, 1 on the standing leg. Change sides. So hopefully my back is staying on the same plane, and then sit back. Give your back a little stretch, give your arms a little wiggle. Good work. That's tough, isn't it? Now, choice for the next one, you can either stand or just stay lying down. We're going to do some bum squeezing, a little bit of hamstring curl. It's just nice to mix it up if you're standing. And it's easier to use a nice block just to give yourself a little bit of height. So bum squeezing, I like just to stand with my toes pointing out, lightly touching the wall. And as you breathe out, squeeze the bottom together at 100% effort. Hold it for a count of 10. And then release. And again, breathing out. And release. 2 more. Breathing out. So I think squeezing at the hip bones. So it's just that bum engaging and releasing. Final time. Breathing out. And relax. So then for hamstring curls, stand. So one foot is on the block raised and the other leg is hanging in line with the leg you're standing on. And we will just bend for 10 and extend down. 9. And it's really odd feeling it in a different plane of movement. Normally you have the feedback of your knee on the floor. There we go. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And then change sides. So set yourself up. Strong standing leg, knees in line, foot dangling in the same length of the other one, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Final time. And step off the block. So let's just cool down. We'll do some roll downs. So stand nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, nodding the head. Rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. As you just reach your knees, think about sending the tailbone up the wall behind you, allowing your head and shoulders and arms to be heavy. Keep your knees soft if you want to. At the bottom, just let everything swing and hang. One more breath, and then breathing out, draw the tummy button in away from the t-shirt towards your spine, rolling up piece by piece. To stand nice and tall, once again nodding the head, tummy button to spine, curving forward, nice and slowly, just stretching it all out, allow your head, arms to be heavy, and just swing your arms, little circles, and reverse the direction this time. And again, breathing out, drawing in the abs, tummy button to spine. Think about the tailbone, reaching down to the mat this time as you stack up. Head up last, nice and tall. And from here we'll side bend over, so reach. Breathing out to stand. Same side, 3 more. Reaching over. And stand. Final time, reaching over. And then the other way, relax first, then reach down your leg, arm reaching over, find that lovely stretch. Tummy button to spine as you re-stand, nice and tall, reaching over. And final time, reach. Well done, thank you very much, I'll see you again soon.